It's been 6 months, and I still don't take back roads anymore. I don't care how much faster the GPS says it'll be. If it's not a numbered highway, I'm not touching it. My name's Tyler Bennett. I'm 27. I work in remote IT, pretty much glued to my laptop 90% of the time. I had a week off this past March, and a friend of mine, Logan, invited me to help him move from Phoenix to El Centro. He didn't have a lot of stuff, just wanted company on the drive, so I figured, why not? We got his U-Haul packed by 2 p.m., and I planned to follow him in my own car. 2 vehicles, 2 guys, a 6-hour drive through the desert. No big deal, right? About 2 hours in, Logan pulls over at a gas station in Gila Bend and says his truck's acting weird, overheating. We pop the hood, check fluids. I'm not exactly a mechanic, but he says it's drivable, just wants to keep it under 60. That's when he suggests I take a quicker route. His GPS shows a service road cutting southwest, parallel to the interstate. Said he'd meet me at the Denny's in El Centro by 9. I should have stuck with him. I punch in the address and the route makes sense, saves 45 minutes. It's a narrow 2-lane road, paved but cracked, no lights. You pass a few farm plots, then it opens up into that long, flat nothingness. Just tan dirt, brittle brush, and sky. About 20 minutes in, I realize I haven't seen another car, not one. It's just me and the road. My music's off, windows up, I've got about half a tank, signal's still alive, and I figure, just keep moving. Then I see the truck. It's an old white pickup pulled off on the shoulder. The hood's up, but no one's standing around. As I get closer, I notice a man in a flannel sitting on the ground, leaned back against the tire, waving me down. Not panicked, just waving slow, like someone waiting. I slow, roll my window down halfway. He stands up and walks over. He's maybe mid-40s, dusty face, gray stubble. Not threatening, not twitchy, just looks tired. He says, "Hey man, you got any water?" That part felt normal. It was hot. He looked flushed, so I handed him one of the 2 bottles I had in the front seat. He takes it, nods, says, "Appreciate it, engine's cooked, waiting on my cousin. Might be a while." I tell him I hope he gets it sorted, and he says, "You heading to 98? I say, "Yeah." And then he goes, "Don't take Old Quartz Ridge Road," just like that, not dramatic. Like he was saying, "Don't eat the tuna." I kinda laugh, like, "Why?" He says, "They pulled a guy out of a ditch last month. Wrong turn out there can cost you." Now I'm a little spooked, but I nod, thank him, and drive off. The next few miles are quiet, but the warning sits in my chest, heavy. Eventually the GPS says, "Turn right onto Quartz Ridge Road." I stop at the intersection. There's no sign, just a dirt path veering off to the right, barely wider than a driveway. The main road continues straight. I remember what the guy said, "Don't take Old Quartz Ridge Road." But the GPS insists. This is it. It shows the road connects back to the 98 in 25 miles. I think, maybe this isn't the same road. Maybe he meant a different section. So I turn. I regret it before my tires even finish crunching onto the dirt. The road's rough, washboarded, trees start crowding in from the side. Visibility drops, no fences, no houses, no power lines. Just raw desert and chaparral closing in like jaws. 15 minutes in, I realize, this isn't a road people use. There's no sign anyone's been down it in months. That's when I pass a second truck. Another old pickup parked half off the road. No plates. A trash bag covering the passenger window. This time, no one waves me down. But I see movement. Just as I pass, I catch a figure slouched in the cab. Face turned away, unmoving. And then I realize the engine's running. I keep driving. My gut's tight. My throat's dry. Something feels wrong, like I've crossed into a place people aren't meant to be. I decide, next turn off, next break in the trees, I'm flipping around and getting out. That's when I see a side trail. Looks like a driveway maybe. Leads to a beat-up double-wide trailer, about 100 yards off the road. Faded blue, boarded windows, no visible mailbox. But there's a light on. A dim yellow bulb glowing in a window. And parked outside, that same white truck, same dent in the tailgate, same bumper stickers. I hit the brakes, I'm frozen, just sitting there, heart pounding, headlights pointed straight at it. That man I gave the water to, how the hell did he get here? There's no way. I didn't stop long enough. He didn't pass me. That truck was broken down, unless he wasn't alone. I look up and I swear, I see the front door open, not wide, just a few inches. That's enough. I throw the car in reverse, back out onto the road and speed up. Fast. I don't care about potholes anymore. I just need pavement. I need signs. I need people. 5 minutes go by, then 10. Still no intersections, just more scrub and narrowing path. My signal's gone, my GPS reroutes and shows nothing but gray. My mouth is dry, my heart hasn't slowed down since I saw that trailer. And then, I spot something. Tire tracks. Fresh ones. Leading off the road into the brush. And next to them, a torn blue flannel. I floor it. At last, the trees break. The dirt road slants downhill and I see asphalt again. A paved county road, thank God. I take a hard left and don't stop until I hit a Shell station near Holtville. I sat in the parking lot for 15 minutes, just breathing. I called Logan. He was already in El Centro, said the drive had been boring as hell. I didn't tell him what happened. A few days later, I looked up Quartz Ridge Road. It's not on any current maps. But I found an article from 2009. Man found dead in his pickup after taking a wrong turn on an abandoned service trail. No foul play suspected. Temperatures hit 110 that day. He'd broken down, dehydrated, but the photo of the truck? White. Rusted tailgate, bumper stickers. I haven't driven east since. And I always bring extra water. I didn't mean to take the shortcut. I'd been up since 4 a.m. driving through Arizona with a trailer full of pressure washers and hoses, part of this side gig I do, power washing restaurant rooftops. Pays decent, but the routes are brutal. That day I was heading out of Kingman trying to make Phoenix before sunset, and Google Maps lit up with a red zone on Interstate 40. Major delay. So I tapped an alternate route, one that cut across a desert road I'd never heard of. Dry Lake Road. That name should have stopped me right there. But I didn't think twice. I was tired. The sun was burning my arms through the window and my AC had died back in Flagstaff. I just wanted to get there. It started out paved, kind of. The road was cracked but solid. For the first 20 minutes I didn't see another car. Just miles of dry brush and rusted fence posts. But then I passed a sign, hand-painted, nailed to a fence post. It read, "No gas, no help, no service." And under that someone had scratched in, "Turn around." I slowed down. Not because I was scared. At that point, I was more confused than anything. I figured it was some weird prank. I'd seen signs like that before, but then 5 miles later, the pavement disappeared completely. Now I'm on a dirt road. Still dry, still flat, still alone. I should have turned around. Instead, I kept going, figuring, okay, it'll reconnect soon. A lot of these old desert routes do. But as the miles ticked by, my cell signal vanished and I realized I hadn't passed a single building or sign of life in nearly an hour. Just endless scrub and sand. Then I saw him. A man standing on the side of the road. No car, no water, just standing there, his shirt half unbuttoned and a ball cap hanging off his belt loop. He looked burnt. Not sunburned, like cooked. His skin was red and dry like he hadn't had water in days. He held up his hand, palm out, a universal, desperate hitchhiker gesture. Now here's the thing, I'm not heartless. I've picked up strangers before, especially out in the desert. But something about this guy, it wasn't just how he looked, it was his eyes. Even through my windshield I could tell something wasn't right. They weren't panicked or grateful. They were blank, wide open, like he wasn't all there. I didn't stop. I eased around him slowly, didn't look him in the eyes. I just kept driving. A minute later, I checked the rear view. He was still standing there, not walking, not moving, just watching. I'll be honest, I was rattled. My mouth felt dry, and I realized I hadn't had water since late morning. I reached for my thermos in the passenger seat. Empty. I was already thinking about turning around when I saw it up ahead. A gas station, out of nowhere. One pump, a crooked canopy, a small low building behind it with peeling red paint. The windows were so dusty they looked frosted over. I pulled in without thinking. It didn't even cross my mind how weird it was. I just needed water, a break, maybe a phone signal. I stepped out and the heat hit me like a blowtorch. The pump had one of those old rotary meters. No card reader, cash only. I went inside, no bell on the door, no air conditioning, just heat and the thick, stale smell of diesel and sweat. There was a guy behind the counter, old, rail-thin, maybe late 60s. His shirt was soaked in sweat and clung to his chest. He didn't look up when I came in. "Got water?" I asked. Still nothing. "Sir?" He finally looked up, and I swear to God his pupils were tiny, pinpricks. His eyes barely tracked me. "Coolers in the back," he mumbled. I went to the back. No coolers, just empty shelves. And in the far corner, a busted refrigerator door swinging open, buzzing loud. I turned back, heart pounding. He was still staring at me. "You said there was water." He nodded. "Coolers in the back." "There's nothing back there, man." He smiled, slow, stretched, wrong, like someone trying to remember how to smile. Then he said, "Must have gone dry." I didn't wait for more. I bolted outside. That's when I noticed the SUV, the same guy, the same blank stare, standing by the pump now, no keys, no movement. I got in my truck and locked the doors, started the engine. I was done. I was leaving. As I drove off, the old man came to the door of the station, just stood there watching. The guy by the pump, still not moving. After 10 minutes, I found pavement again, and as soon as I hit the first real intersection, my phone buzzed back to life. 15 missed notifications. My girlfriend, my buddy Chris, my boss, all wondering why my location had frozen. Thing is, I checked the map. Dry Lake Road, it's not on there. And that gas station? I tried finding it again. I even asked locals when I got to Phoenix. They just shook their heads. No gas stations out there anymore. Closest one's back in Wiki Up. That shortcut, it doesn't exist. I still don't know how I found pavement again, but if you ever see a guy on the side of Dry Lake Road, don't stop. Please don't stop.